Hi, and welcome to Bollywood in My Kitchen. Today we're making turmeric potatoes, or Dala. This is the first Sri Lankan recipe I mastered. I was living in college at the time and studying abroad in Madrid, and I called up my mother for the recipe. You'll need 3 pounds gold potatoes, 2 large yellow onions, 1/3 cup olive oil or avocado oil, 1 tablespoon turmeric, 1/8 teaspoon crushed cayenne pepper, salt, and 4 tablespoons vegan butter. The first step is boiling the potatoes. We want to have the skins on and prick them 3 to 4 times and boil until fork tender. Then you want to slice your 2 large onions, and I use a food processor to do so, and I think that's really the method I recommend. Once the potatoes have cooled, the skins come off really easily. I'm taking a knife that's not very sharp and just going like this to peel them. And then you want to cut the potatoes into bite-sized pieces. First step is to add the oil and heat for 1 minute. Then add the onions. When they hit the oil, they should sizzle. I'm going to lower the heat now and let this cook for a minute. It's been about 1 minute now, and you can see that the onions are nice and glassy. So at this point, we're going to add some salt. I like to add salt a little bit at a time. With salt, you can always add more later, and this is a dish we're going to be tasting a lot to get the right mixture of spice and saltiness. You're going to get some creaminess from the butter and the potatoes, so it's really a dish where you can have the family taste it and see if it's to their liking, or make 2 batches, one that's milder and one that's more spicy. Now I'm going to lower the heat to medium-low and add the vegan butter. An easy way to remember this is you don't want the butter to burn, and that's where we're going at low. And now the onions have really softened. They no longer have that raw taste or look to them. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of turmeric. It'll give it a wonderful yellow color, but be careful of your clothing and countertops because it does stain. The onions are getting that wonderful yellow color and absorbing the turmeric flavor. So in most dishes, turmeric, you use it very sparingly. In this one, you don't have to because we're dealing with 3 pounds of potatoes, and this deep yellow color will lighten as we add the potatoes. Now I'm going to go in with 1/8 teaspoon of the cayenne, and this will make a mild dish. But you can always go in and add more. So I'm going to just let those flavors and spices meld together. That's starting to look really nice. And so now we're going to go in with the potatoes. So the technique I'm using here is called tempering. And what's going to happen is the potatoes are going to break down a little and make sort of a coating for the potatoes themselves. So it actually changes the sort of the flavor of the entire dish. And this is something that I've taken to potlucks and made for parties, and it's been something that people really enjoy, and it's very unique, and it tastes really good at room temperature, so it's a good potluck dish. It's also very bright and sunny and can liven up the table as well, or your plate. So I'm going to just let the tempering do its thing. I'm just going to make sure everything is coated first, and then I'm going to check back on this in 5 minutes. Just letting everything caramelize and absorb all these wonderful flavors, and then we can go in for a taste and adjust seasonings. It's been about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna give this a stir. You can see how the dish is progressing. Gonna give it a little taste. So that's a little mild spice-wise for me, but it's also lacking salt. So I'm gonna go in with another ½ teaspoon of salt. I'm also gonna add ½ teaspoon of crushed chili flakes. So you can see that's a pretty combination of red and yellow. And sometimes if there's pieces that are a little bit too big, you can go in with your spatula and make them smaller, more bite size. It's, in a sense, it's a very, very forgiving dish. And one of the things that you can do is do your onions the day ahead, do your potatoes the day ahead, and then all you have to do is the sauté, which is the fun part, or the tempering. So I'm going to let that sit for 5 more minutes, not touching it, just again to let the flavors melt. It's been about 5 minutes, and you can see it's like mashed potatoes and whole potatoes in a sense, but it's the mash has become mingled with the onion. And give it another taste. Very nice. I'm going to go in with ½ teaspoon more salt and ½ teaspoon more of the crushed chili pepper. And again, I'm going to let that stir it in, but then I'm going to let it sort of absorb into the dish. You never want a dry spice to just sort of hang out on top. So it's going to stop stirring, set this aside for 5 minutes, and check back on it. It's been 5 minutes, so I'm going to give this dish, I'm hoping will be my final taste. Yeah, that's definitely it. It's delicious. So now let's serve this up. So there you have it. Turmeric potatoes, or Dala. You can garnish it with whole red chilies, just to add some color. And it's just a nice way to warn people that this might be a spicy dish. I hope you try this and enjoy.